This is Date Night Mike. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. Today we're going to talk about a few things. Talk about how my date went. Talk about a few other things as well. Like this video that I came across, which was kind of sad, but I guess necessary for that person to grow. Yeah, first off, my date, right? That's what I was telling you about. My date. So the date didn't really happen. Basically, what happened was it basically fizzled out. We had good chemistry, everything was going well, and then there was a miscommunication on day one, or the day one of trying to meet up. Day one of trying to meet up, she wanted me to go to her house. I don't feel comfortable with that for one reason. I had an experience where I was talking to a girl on a dating app. Then after talking to her for a little bit, we tried FaceTiming, and we FaceTimed and it wouldn't work. And so she gave me her address to pick her up, and we were gonna go for coffee the next day. But she wanted to be picked up from her house. When I got to her house, right? I got to her house. It was strange because I called her, told her to come outside. She didn't come outside, but she was texting me. Then she told me I should come inside, and when she told me to come inside, her front door flew open, but I couldn't see anybody in the house. The lights were off. It was about 5 in the afternoon. So, I mean, it was getting dark at that time, but, yeah, super sketch. So I didn't want to go in the house. It just seemed super sketch that the door would open like that, and then she would tell me to come in the house. So we tried to drive off, and the other driver, there was another driver down the street that immediately started driving towards us as we tried to drive off. So we turned down another corner because they tried to block us in almost. It was just a really weird situation. So ever since then, I don't like meeting anybody at their house for the first time. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? That's just not the move. It's not the move, guys. So that was a date from many years ago. This day happened when I matched with a girl on OkCupid. Okay, she seemed normal, fun, cool. We talked on the phone, but she never had time for a FaceTime. So that was red flag number one. She never had time for a FaceTime. Red flag number two was she never really was available to talk, and also she didn't have social media, which at first I liked if it was a true story, but usually that's not going to be a true story, and that should be, proceed with caution if they don't have Instagram, Facebook, some kind of social media, right? That's weird. I don't know. I think it's strange. Now, I still kept giving her a chance. We were supposed to meet up. I didn't want to go to her house, so it kind of got canceled. So I texted her and said, well, let's just meet at the coffee shop. And then finally she said, okay, let's meet at the Cheesecake Factory. So we were going to meet at the Cheesecake Factory. No, this is the next day. So I'm telling her, okay, I'm about to leave for the Cheesecake Factory. Are you good? Because it was like an hour drive, right? So if it's an hour drive, that's a mission. So I just wanted to make sure that she was gonna be there. Then she canceled on the Cheesecake Factory, and she wanted to reschedule it, so we just go hang out and get boba. And then she canceled the second time. So at this point, I'm kind of just over it. But she is still putting in effort, texting me back and stuff. So I don't know what to tell you guys. If you guys see this type of red flag, watch out for it because it's not worth the hate out. What's up? How was your dinner? How was your dinner?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Nice one. I've just taking water right now, and it's just a brief dinner because when you work, you need to eat, or else you get exhausted. That's what I'm saying. So yeah.
Can you elevate your chair?
That's it.
There you
That's it.
go. Yeah. So you ate
Yep. I guess they can hear me very well right now.
what did you eat?
It's an African food anyway because I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from this side, it's like our own tamale, made from beans. I cooked it myself. I brought it down, yeah. So it's protein, good for the body. So sometimes you need to balance the diet.
Yeah.
Because we have the carbohydrate, we have the protein, and of course we have other nutrients that we get from the food. So sometimes I try to balance it. That was what I just did 12 minutes ago, just to make sure that I'm fine. And of course, water. That's the best. Not soda, just water.
Scoot over here a little more towards me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn that front. There you go.
Yeah. So what's up, Michael?
So I was telling the viewers about the date that didn't happen the other night in some Red Bull. The date that I was supposed to have the other night.
To you, okay.
With that girl that like kept flip flopping. That's why I'll tell you one of the mistakes that I made was I took too long to meet up. I should have just met up the day that she requested because I was overthinking it because of a past traumatic experience, and I should have just met up with her because violent offenders are mostly going to be men, they're not going to be women. So that's fine. I should have just met up with her. That was my mistake, and that's where I messed up because my panic then infected her, and then she started to have her own panic. About like maybe I shouldn't be inviting this guy to my house on the first day to pick me up because she didn't have a car, so I was trying to pick her up so we could have a date together. She was a nursing student studying nursing and stuff, and yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm a little bit aware about what happened, but I'm going to put it this way. Whatever I say right now, because I know millions of people watching, it's my own opinion. I have the right to know my own opinion, and I want the viewers out there to get that straight. You know, it might sound offensive. Some might be facts. Some might be true. Some might not be true. But it's just my own opinion. So whatever I say right now, it's just my own opinion. Now, talking about dating sites, I'll tell you that divided into three parts. We have the good side, all right? We have the bad side, and we have the ugly side of dating site. You know, we have a lot of dating sites. You know, I don't want to mention because it's going to be like an advert for them.
Yeah.
Some, the first one, which is the good side, is you guys meet on site. First to start chatting. From chatting, it got help both of you. Both of you have interest in each other. You meet, and after meeting, probably you guys like each other. From likeness stage to the love part, and you guys started going out. And at the end of the day, probably you guys get married. That is the good side of it. To living happily ever after. That's the good side. The bad side. The bad side of the
Okay, I
side.
get what you're trying to say. You're trying to say best case scenario, worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's why I categorize into three parts. The first part is the good side of dating side. The second part is the bad side of the dating side part, and of course the ugly side. So I've talked about the good side. That is, you guys met on, a guy and a girl met on site, and they like each other, love each other, and probably they get married and living happily ever after. That's a good side. The bad side is this. The bad side is when you have either a guy or a girl have the mission either to make, no, not to make, not let me use the word to make, to come and destroy or to affect somebody negatively, to affect someone's life negatively. That is, probably some are just there, they have their own mission. Some girls are on site just to, probably to make do some hookups. You understand? You know what I mean by hookups?
Yeah.
Probably to make money. There's no difference between them and those who stand by the streets. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just in an advanced level and a coded level. You understand?
Yeah.
That is the bad side. That's what I'm talking for the ladies. Now for the guys too. Some guys are there to break hearts. Probably they're meeting a girl. The girl has a good intention, and they don't have any good intention. Probably to just lay with, and then they go off. You understand? So everybody have in the bad side of it. That's they have their own mission, either the girl or the guy. Now the ugly side of it is a part where you meet a guy on site, on dating app, and a guy meets a girl on the dating site.
Yeah.
Now, putting their profile pictures or putting just few pictures, and by the end of the day, maybe eventually meet each other. You find out that what you saw, or the profile picture that you saw, or the couple of pictures that you saw on that site is not what you're seeing physically, because we have filters, some effect and all that. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the ugly. So you get disappointed. That's the ugly side of it. So it now depends on which part that you are in. Either in the good part, or the bad part, or the ugly part of the dating site.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. With your own experience, you see, I'm just sorry to use the word shit, happens when it comes to dating site.
Yeah.
when you're on dating site, you have to get ready for the best or get ready for the worst. That's the reality. Either you get the best or you get to the worst.
Yeah.
Don't have high expectations. Believe that, well, if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, well, no problem. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
you told me some of those stories, and I think, like I said my own. Whatever I say right here is just my own opinion. You know, when you meet a girl on the side, what you have to look out for is the red flags. Is the red flags. You can meet a girl on the site. You might be interested. She might not be interested. All right. I think the proper thing, if it's a serious girl or if it's a serious guy, because I don't have to be biased here, because I have to look at both sides. Like if a guy meets a girl on the side and probably decide, okay, let's just meet there. Where you meet might not really matter. If you say, okay, probably according to you, what you said, you know, with your own experience, the girl said, okay, I don't want you to come to my house. Why can't you just probably come and meet me? If I'm right, you need to correct me. You need to come and pick me from home because
No, I said she wanted me to pick her up
okay,
from her house, but
right.
but I didn't feel comfortable because of that past experience that I
That you've
told
had.
you about. And honestly, thinking back, now hindsight is 2020. I think I overreacted. And I should not have. I should not have told her like I can't pick you up and this and that. Like if she didn't have a car, I should have just went and picked her up because violent offenders, 9 times out of 10, are gonna be men, not women.
Right.
You know, so I should have just went and picked her up, and everything probably would have worked out better, in my opinion. Now that I'm thinking back on it.
Well, maybe. Well, you might be right. You know, you might be right. But for me, I think that in a situation like that, I think there is a lot on the side of the other party, that is the girl, to make attempt at least for you guys to meet. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you did not want to go and pick her because of your own past experience. And I remember you shared that experience with me. It has happened before. You got to you met a girl online, and on getting to, I mean, the location where she told you to come and pick her, some strange things happen. Very weird, as in the door. I think you said that probably you got to the house, the door was open or the gate was open, and there was this fear that this is a person you've not met before, and this person telling you that you should come inside or something like that. So you might have your own fear. All right. But in all cases, it's not like that. If you're blaming yourself for not going to pick her home,
I'm not blaming myself.
okay.
I'm just saying that if the opportunity arises again in the future,
Yeah.
and I meet a girl that doesn't have a car, I'm just gonna go pick her up. Even if it's our first date, I'm just gonna go pick her up because that just it made everything worse after that because I didn't pick her up. She got offended and
Did she at any
she
point in
just-
time?
she thought that I wasn't willing to pick her up. I had to explain to her like the situation that I had in the past and stuff like that, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just picked her up.
Do you think that was the reason why?
I think it was part of it. I think it was part of it.
But you think that should have contributed? That would have contributed to her not, you know, wanting to meet you or what?
Yeah, definitely.
There are two sides to it anyway. It might be right. You might be right, and you might not. because if she doesn't have a car and she said that you should come and pick her, at what point or what part did she say that you should come and pick her? Is it from a house, or maybe there's a particular
From her house.
from a house?
Yeah, I was supposed to pick her up from her house. That's what she wanted, but I don't know. I just, uh, I hadn't like FaceTimed her yet. At that point, I hadn't really talked to her much, so I just didn't feel comfortable. But maybe that's the old way, and the new way is you gotta pick them up when they say pick them up. I guess that's what I'm thinking, because I think if I would have picked her up, then none of this nonsense would have happened. Because once I told her that story about that sketchy situation that I was in, then she started feeling the same way. She started feeling, kind of paranoid and this and that, and then we agreed to talk more, and then it just kind of fizzled out, and that's not what you want, and that can happen so fast, because you'd be surprised. Like I know what is that finance YouTube guy's name? I can't remember his name. The Iced Coffee Hour. I don't know if you watch that show, but there's a host on the Iced Coffee Hour, and he did this experiment where he bought a new phone, and he got pictures of like an average looking girl. Like if you were gonna rate her on looks alone, like a 5 out of a 10 looking girl. And he took those pictures, he uploaded them to Tinder, he made a Tinder profile, and as soon as he made the profile, he got so many matches, like matches after matches, ding, 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 ding. Like his phone just kept dinging from matches, and it kept vibrating from matches nonstop, so much so that the battery started burning up and the phone shut off. So that's like what you're competing with these days. Like you're competing with so many people for a regular girl. So many guys you're competing with for a regular girl. And so that was an interesting experiment he did. And I learned from that, which what you should learn from that is when you get the chance to take a girl on a date, do not postpone it. Do not put it in the future. Not next week. Then do it as soon as possible. Because
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Okay. All right. Now, but my question is that shortly after you told her the story about your experience and giving your excuse that okay, because of what has happened to you in the past, you might not be able to come and all that. Was there any apology?
Well, she didn't do anything wrong yet. Why would she apologize?
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, well, I told her, hey, like, could I meet at a coffee shop near your house or maybe a park? And then she said, park is closest. And I tried to be there at the park, and then it was really cold out. So then I told her, then she suggested, let's meet at the Cheesecake Factory. And then she canceled and said, let's do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow came, and she canceled again and said it was her friend's birthday, and then we was doing it on day 3, and she canceled again and said we should get to know each other more. I think you had a point. Like, now I'm a little nervous and things like that. So that was my fault. I take the blame on that one.
But I ask you a question which you have not answered right now.
What's your question?
My question was that, when it got to this stage, was there an apology from you?
An apology, like?
Apology as in, oh, I'm sorry that, I couldn't come and pick you up or something.
Let's look. I got it on text. So let's look.
Things like that really matters, especially to women. If they know that you've done something wrong, they're just expecting that, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry goes a long way. I'm sorry solves a lot of things. Understand? I'm sorry can change negative to positive. But like I said, lesson learned. If anybody's, for those who are watching right now, they know that, okay, at least I'm learning something from from Mike. um, we learn every day.
Yeah,
We learn every day.
I said sorry, but I don't think I necessarily had to, but I did. She wasn't upset about that. I think she just, well, I gave her a chance to have second thoughts, and she had second thoughts, which is my mistake, because you want to meet them in person as soon as possible so you can put your best foot forward and make a good impression, so all the other people that are not real people in her life yet, like the text messages, the dating app people, those people you want to meet first, because that's going to set you higher up than those people, because that means you've established a real relationship that's in person, you know. So that was where I messed up.
Okay, if you have not done this part, I think you should. Part is an apology text message or a voice note, and with that you will know yourself and your conscience will be clear that apologize, either by text.
I made my intentions clear, but she's not very. Also, another weird thing is that she never answers the phone when I call. When I call her, she never answers. She calls me back, and it says blocked phone number. That's strange to me.
If she calls you back, she'll not. What's going to show on your phone is blocked number.
Yeah, it's the same. My aunt has that service. My aunt pays for that service, so no one can see her number when she's making phone calls. So, but yeah, I think it's weird that she has that. But
why that? That's the person I'm asking. Why that?
I'm
just trying to.
I don't know. You have to ask her. No, I know my aunt does it, because then she can't be put on like registries and stuff.
Maybe you need to give one more try.
You mean call her again?
Maybe probably.
I don't know, man. She said I was weird, and she said I called her Francis, which I didn't.
How true is that?
It's not true at all. It's just that Francis and Princess still have the same like ending of the name, you know, Frances, Princess, you know. So she misheard me, but honestly, I don't think she misheard me. I think she made that up because she had a better prospect. She had a better prospect of a guy. Hit her up, and I never met up. So you know, with girls these days, you can't make one mistake, one teeny tiny mistake, because there's a line of guys waiting to start fresh and not make any mistakes. So if you make one mistake, you know, you're gonna get dropped. So obviously I'm gonna get dropped if I make a mistake, because you know there's already all this stuff to set me back.
Maybe
like
just
the
give us maybe just give us some days to digest everything.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Just
definitely.
Like a break, you know, 2-3 days. You know, like
yeah, I'll give it a try.
So
I'll give it a try.
That's what I think also.
I'll give it a try.
Can I take a break? I just want to get to the rest.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Can you turn the red lights on behind the shoes and behind the car?
Okay, all right. Let me do that. Thank you very much for.
Yeah. No worries. I need you to fix this camera. Oh, the camera over here on my left. On my left. Yeah. Pointing down more. More. Alright, that's good. There's a. I'm live right now. You use the other one? Oh, okay. So, but yeah, you guys, let's go over this video that I found. It's actually really sad. It resonated a lot with me. Um, I'm not sad when I get rejected because I don't know. You just gotta build up that social callus so that you don't have to feel bad about that. But we're gonna watch the whole video, and then I'm gonna break it down what he did wrong and what he did right. Okay, so let's bring this full screen. Okay, here we go, guys. I have to wait 30 minutes for a date. Hours. Like I make plans. I try to time. So and everything. Just the kind of guy that somebody's fine. Person. Somebody's husband. I just stood up. I didn't. Been there either. I'm gonna play this game. Stood up. Say. Talking to this girl for 2 weeks. She liked hands. Just the kind of guy. Sorry. Just, just like, just like a little. Somebody's. Just get stood up. Sitting there. All right. So let's break this down. Number one thing you're doing wrong, dude, is crying online. That's not gonna help you at all. It's only gonna hurt you because that's gonna live online forever. Whether or not you delete it or not, that'll still be online. Crying's not gonna help. Number two thing you did wrong was I'll be honest, buying so many flowers for a first date. There's no reason to buy that many flowers on a first date, man. Buy one flower, one rose. It's just a gesture of interest. If you have to buy the flower, but honestly, don't buy the flowers because you're trying to get to know someone, and some people have been through traumatic experiences, and that buying the flower can trigger that. You never know, like, what could happen by doing that. The other thing that she did wrong was for a first date, don't meet up at a restaurant. You know, I know I just said I planned on meeting up at a restaurant, but that was a specific condition only because that girl didn't have a car. So I didn't mind meeting up at a restaurant. But honestly, just go get coffee. Go get coffee and meet the person. See if you guys click. Talk about the things you're interested in. See if the chemistry is there just by having conversations that are normal. That's the first thing you should have done. But yeah, never try online, guys. If the girl doesn't show up, that's it. Just block her because that was extremely rude. That's when you expected her to show. She said she was coming and she didn't show up. But yeah, don't cry about that. Don't cry about that. Just move on. Move on to the next person that might find you amazing. And yeah, but yeah, it's sad to see that guys are actually sad about that. Like, there's nothing you can do to control that because dating is extremely competitive right now, especially in Los Angeles. Dating is extremely competitive in Los Angeles. And you shouldn't be getting sad just because you got stood up. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, don't cry when you get stood up at a date. Just move on. Try to meet someone at the restaurant where you were at. Also, don't buy so many flowers for a first date if you don't actually know the person that well. There's no point in doing that. You should be there trying to get to know the person, and then once you get to know them, buy them flowers. That's how it works now. There's no, you shouldn't really buy flowers in the beginning like that. It just most girls don't see it as a good thing. So yeah, don't do it. And definitely don't cry online. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So try to learn from the mistakes I made, guys, because I did not go pick her up when she told me to. I let some traumatizing event in my past dictate how this date could have went, and anything can damage you. You need to operate from a perspective of any type of miscommunication, any type of misstep on your part can cause the date to be canceled. And you'll never get that opportunity again because it's so competitive. As I mentioned earlier, with the example that I gave when the iced coffee hour guy was talking about that. But yeah. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys for a little bit longer. I was thinking maybe we do another swipe-a-thon. I don't know how you guys are feeling about that. Hey, what's up, Tile?
Yeah. Oh, how's it going? So it is what it is. We all learn every day. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, definitely.
Times when some things happen, you ask questions.
Yeah. Scoot towards me a little. No, I'm saying you.
Okay, right, okay, right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you try as much as possible to find a solution.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I believe. But giving her a break, like help, that gives her the room to be able to digest, think, and probably, you know, think about the whole thing. Because when you're dealing with a woman, even when you're dealing with a man, and sometimes you want to win a woman, you need to have what we call patience.
Yeah, I want your help showing this video to the viewers. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this, and I want you to like hold that mic
Which mic?
to like,
This one.
yeah, towards the bottom of my phone here. I want you to play this video.
That means I have to pull it forward. Okay, so I'll turn it like this.
Hang on. Okay. Okay, here. So this is the video. Hold the phone up to that camera in front of us. Yeah, that camera. Okay. You gotta press. You gotta press play, but you gotta keep it near the near
like
the
this?
near the mic. Hang on.
Like
Yeah,
this?
go closer.
Like this?
Go closer. All right, now turn the mic towards the phone. There we go. All right. Ready? All right, press play on the video. See the little play triangle?
Up or down?
Don't you have iPhone?
Okay, right.
Is it playing? You gotta unmute it. Here, give me it. Give me it. Hand it to me.
Me.
Here, hand it to me.
Okay, I'll send it. Don't worry. Let me take it again.
You gotta restart it. All right, so listen.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date. Finally, I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks. Trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. So, done everything to be just the kind of guy that I use somebody's time. Just looking for my person. Just looking for the one that is out there for me. And I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I do everything that's right and get stood up.
What's to the left?
It's like my feelings don't even matter. Sitting there by myself and realizing that nobody even cares.
Okay.
My people.
Give it back.
That's it.
All right, what do you think? What do you think about that video? I just broke down my opinion, like just now. What did you think about that
Well,
video?
I think with what I saw, I think the guy is the way he's talking. It's like his heart is broken. Also disappointed. But he wants he wants a relationship to work. He's so much in love with the girl that he wants to give the flower to. And things are not going the way he plans.
Pull the mic towards you.
You know, things are not going to. They will be hearing me because I haven't. My voice is even louder than the. So what I'm just trying to say is that the guy feels so heartbroken, judging by what I've seen on the video. He wanted that thing to work. There's no doubt that he's not in love with that girl, the girl in question. For him to have gone that far to buy flour and wanted to give her, I think he's just in love with. Yeah, that's all. That's all I can say.
Okay, so like, what I think is, it's too early to be in love with someone you only known him for 2 weeks. So I think that, that was his first date. He got stood up, I think that he's in love with the idea of love, and that's why he's so hurt. Because he was so ready to just jump into a relationship as fast as possible. And that's why he got hurt. That's my personal opinion.
Maybe we'll call it love at first sight. Just felt in love with that lady. The 2 weeks might be might be too early for that girl, you understand, for a guy to just conclude like that. But if you are dealing with a woman, you need to exercise patience and study. Don't jump into conclusion, even if you have in the mind that, oh, this is the kind of girl I want to deal with. They might not take things the way you are taking things. We see things differently. You understand what I'm saying? So, if he said that he bed for just 2 weeks and he fell in love with the girl, well, I think it's good, but you have to give the girl the time, because girls don't just rush into relationship like that. They are being careful. You understand what I'm saying? Because for her, he might be looking at what's the mission of this guy. Is the love that you say you have for me, that is the girl, we think, is this love genuine? We just met for 2 weeks and then we concluded that you love me. Do you even know the meaning of the love they're talking about?
I don't think he said the word love word for word, but he did say, like, I was hoping that this was gonna lead to like a serious relationship. I want to be a dad someday, this and that, but like, he's letting his feelings get away from him. Like, he's letting everything get ahead of him. This is just a first date. Like, I told the audience, like, they shouldn't be buying that many flowers on the first date. You want to buy one flower, that's cool, I guess. But buying a bunch of flowers, that's too much. It's too overwhelming. The culture has changed. You're not supposed to buy a bouquet of flowers on the first date. You're just not.
Well, that's the way you see it. For me, whether it's one flower or a bouquet of flower is flower. You understand? It's not about the quantity now.
Well, it's a big difference to the girl, not to you, but it's a difference to the girl.
Okay.
Many girls have told me that like a bunch of flowers, that's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, and maybe they get triggered about a past experience with a guy that didn't know what he was doing when he was dating, things like that. And so that's why I advise one flower.
One flower. Okay. All right. You say so, and if you say that you've heard it from some girls, well, you might be right. But for me, the flower is flower. It's the bouquet, or maybe just one. You can as well go to the girl with another thing, maybe probably a card or something, maybe something else. But suffice the flower is flower.
Yeah.
That's what I see. One flower. Now, hearing from you, that means there's a difference between when you give a girl just one flower and a bouquet of flower.
Yeah.
But I mean, two different things. That's okay. Okay. That's good. But you could see with that guy, with the video that I saw, with the expression of the guy, yes, he might not say verbally that he loves the girl, but with the body language, the way he was talking, you know that this guy is in love.
He wanted a partner, and he was in love with the idea of love. He didn't even know this girl yet, but he was getting ahead of himself. You gotta keep your feelings in check when you meet someone, so you don't hurt yourself getting too excited before anything happens. That's my opinion.
Okay, got that. You can't see things the same way, like I said.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not disputing that. I'm not arguing with that. Times they're different strokes, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we all learn every day. We all learn every day. Then from my experiences, be able to know how to handle such situations in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I should give up. But one thing I know about women generally, that you need to space. You need to give them time. You said it that okay, I'm gonna give her time. Good. Let her digest it again. Doesn't stop
So you think I should still shoot another shot with that girl from the other day?
Yeah. I won't say you should give up. You know, sometimes when it comes to things like that, especially when it comes to religion, don't take no for an answer. You don't just give up like that.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
guess.
saying, because, and one thing you have to understand is there's some girls, it trips them, it makes them a bit happier when you try, you know,
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
put pressure.
You have a point there. Yeah.
Understand?
Sometimes they want you to try a few
it might be a
times.
test. It might be a test.
Yeah,
So
I
they're
doubt
trying
it's a
to-
test.
So
I doubt it's a test. She was really rude before she hung up, but I don't know.
another thing you have to understand is that way some people handle things, especially when it comes to relationship, the mood, the way they handle relationship, and their actions or the reactions to an action. You understand what I'm saying? It varies.
Yeah,
It varies. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
You said that she hung up.
yeah.
At that, maybe she wasn't in the right mood at that point in time.
Maybe
Maybe.
you might have a point, but I don't know. Who knows?
Like I said, just my own opinion. What I just feel. I might be wrong. I might be right.
I feel you.
So, goals. Feeling that's what I feel. Take on the good side, the bad side, ugly side, dating.
You don't want to get on my bad side. You no neck like that guy. What American artists do you listen to, Tyler?
It's a recent started this break. I like Kendrick Lamar a lot. Yeah.
Drake's a Canadian artist.
Drake is a Canadian. Well, I didn't know that, but I just okay. I like let me say if you're talking about American, at least Kendrick is not from Canada.
Kendrick straight out of Compton.
So okay, good. I like although I'm an old school, I love the old school Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, uh um person that I like again, like his music, but his latest Tupac.
Okay.
All these are California guys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick a number 1 through 4.
Okay. Number one.
Number 1.
My favorite maybe because we're born the same year, Tupac. May he so rest in peace. You understand? Two, I'll take Kendrick Lamar. 3, Snoop. 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, let me just pick Dr. Dre
Okay.
for the 4. That's my first 4.
That's what's up.
And then I can now talk about Drake. Now I got to know that he's from Canadian.
Is he your favorite artist out of all the American artists and Canadian artists?
Come again with a question?
Is he your favorite artist, like in North America?
What is my favorite? You know, but
What's your favorite?
Okay, favorite.
Out of all music.
I like this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I like him. My friend. Tell you the truth. On R&B, I'll pick late Luther Vandross.
Oh, okay.
Luther Vandross, like I said, I'm old school. I love late Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle. And of course, the last one is Gladys Knight.
Those are good picks.
Yeah, Gladys Knight. The old school, but because I grew up to listen to their songs. Person of my age, these are the kind. With the people in the 50s.
Yeah.
Those are my some American artists. I listen to the song over and over and over. Love this guy too. He's not has health issue right now. Phil Collins. Fan of Phil Collins. Love his song. Great guest house of love love his song. Can't get tired of. The artists I've just mentioned, I can't get tired of. I can play them over and over and over. Yeah. The guy is D'Angelo. Angelo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Um. Um. Tayo. Tayo? Can you help me? I passed out. I knocked out for a second. Did you notice? I passed out for. I'm so tired, guys. I think I'm. Can you pull my neck over? Tayo? Oh my gosh, I passed out, Tayo. I passed
Or
out.
Nana wants me to move my car.
Oh, your car's there.
Go.
Am I in the driveway? Okay. Uh, guys, I don't know, man. Might be tapping out. Pretty tired here. Tayo? 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 Okay, guys. I think I'm gonna log off now. Tayo?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Can I have some water?
Honestly, have you stopped it?